I'm Macy Egland. The man accused of driving drunk and killing an off-duty Nassau officer is expected to be arraigned today. Police say Patricia Espinoza was killed driving to work early Saturday morning when Matthew Smith ran a red light and hit her car in St. James. Smith was not seriously hurt. He's now charged with DWI. An arrest in this deadly hit and run in Shirley. Police say Jonathan Shaver of Rocky Point hit two men changing a flat tire on the side of the William Floyd Parkway last week. 31-year-old Edgar Mejia of Mastic Beach was pronounced dead at the scene. His 29-year-old brother Omar is in critical condition. See Newsday's year-long investigative series looking at Long Island's dangerous roads on our website, Newsday.com. Only a Newsday, a cannabis facility could take over a former Grumman site in Calverton. 3 buildings on the 20-acre property have been abandoned since 1996. The site's new owner plans to file a formal application with the Central Pine Barrens Commission, which must give the plan the green light. And ground will be broken today on a new waterfront development in Glen Cove. The Arden will be home to rental apartments and retail space. It's part of the Garvey's Point project, which is expected to transform the city's waterfront. Construction on the Arden will wrap up next year. All right, so will we have 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring? We'll find out if the island's groundhogs see their shadows today. And despite the Holtzville Zoo being closed, its best-known resident will still make his annual forecast. Hal's prediction will be posted online. Malvern Mel will also give his forecast this morning near the gazebo at Chester A. Reese Park. I cannot handle 6 more weeks of winter. I simply cannot. But we'll see. We'll see what they say. Let's talk about your Monday forecast. Temps are finally back into the 30s this week. Unfortunately, it's still not going to feel like it. It's sunny with a high near 30, but with that wind, we will once again feel like we're in the single digits. Tomorrow, temps stay pretty much the same, but there's less wind, so it'll feel like the teens. A little improvement. Temps stay in the 30s for the rest of the week as you check out your 7-day forecast. We could start the weekend on Friday with a chance for snow. And then look at that. Next weekend, back to bitterly cold temperatures for Saturday and Sunday. I know. Listen, spring will eventually get here. Eventually.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Only a Newsday, a struggling volunteer system has firefighters across the island sounding the alarm. Virginia Huey tells us about the move to recruit more members.
Fire officials are sounding the alarm, saying the island is facing a crisis in recruitment and retention.
These departments need immediate support to continue their life-saving work.
Fire officials said a statewide volunteer force of 120,000 has dwindled to 80,000 over the past 20 years. We're told the shortage of firefighters is being felt every day here on Long Island.
The simple truth is this: we can no longer guarantee that a fire truck or ambulance will arrive as quickly as the public expects or deserves when someone in our community dials 911.
To address the problem, a task force is calling for a new state law to allow nominal compensation for volunteer firefighters and give departments the flexibility to pool resources.
By sharing resources and providing nominal compensation for around-the-clock staffing, we can reduce burnout, improve response times, increase appropriate staffing levels, and ensure reliability.
Fire officials said the funds for nominal compensation would come from state and federal grants, not higher property taxes.
We're not looking to raise the taxes. We're not looking to supplement nominal compensation by raising the fire district's taxes. There's other incentives out there that we would like to take advantage of.
But the Firefighters Association for the state of New York opposes the idea. The association issued a statement saying, in part, FASTNY has serious concerns that providing direct cash payments for service would create inequity and animosity between departments that can afford to do it and those that cannot. It could actually drive potential new firefighters away from smaller departments with less resources. But this task force of firefighters said they plan to lobby state legislators.
And we're going to do our best in 2026 to sit down with each and every one of them and educate them and try to let them know how severe the crisis is.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
You can read more on the proposal on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Out East with Doug Geed is brought to you by Connect One Bank, a better place to be.
A cozy spot to warm up with some comfort food, and you can even get the pot pies to go. Let's head out east with Doug Geed to the Cooperage Inn in Bating Hollow.
Although it's in the middle of farm country, this restaurant has more of a feel of a Vermont ski lodge, and it is vastly different from when it was built in the 1960s. I'm Doug Geed, out east for Newsday TV. Let's pay a visit to the very popular Cooperage Inn.
I really love food. I've been in and out of the kitchen for 50 years.
It was 1999 when Chef Jonathan Perkins was looking to buy a restaurant. One day he and his wife went to a small roadside spot for a bite to eat. They saw someone they knew and figured she was a customer. Turns out she was the owner.
We sat down and we were able to put a deal together.
And just like that, Perkins was the new owner of a restaurant that went back to the 1960s, a spot that primarily served local residents in what was a very rural community.
The farmers would come in when it was Bernie's. You know, this was the place where all the snowmobiles come to in the winter.
This is the original bar, and this is the spot where one night, decades ago, an angry farmer slammed his machete into the bar after a disagreement with another patron. These days, locals still visit the Cooperage Inn, along with thousands of people who come to visit the North Fork. Although the restaurant has expanded greatly inside and out, Perkins wanted to keep its small-town feel.
Homey atmosphere, it's casual.
And the menu is filled with what's best described as comfort food. That includes an item Perkins has been making from scratch for decades, chicken pot pie. It became so popular that he launched a line of pot pies to go.
So I have chicken, turkey, short rib, jambalaya, vegetarian, chicken marsala.
No-faux pot pies became so popular, Perkins opened a market in Mattituck to sell them, along with other dinners to go.
A lot of families that working, you know, they don't want to cook when they get home.
There's been a lot of changes for the Cooperage Inn over the years, but Perkins says one thing he never changed was what the restaurant was always about in its earliest days, a popular stop for locals.
The most important thing for me in business is obviously the local community. Let them have a good meal and enjoy it.
In Bating Hollow for Newsday TV, I'm Doug Geed.
And for more on the Cooperage Inn and to see more out east with Doug Geed segments, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. If you can't get enough winter fun, why not make a weekend out of it? Let's go tubing with Carissa Kelman.
We're ready to go. Indoor tubing. Here at the American Dream Mall, there's so much to see and do, but I'm here to go indoor snow tubing. Let's go.
That's right, you don't need a mountain or a snowstorm to go tubing this winter. Just cross the Hudson and step inside the mall, where the snow's already waiting and the gear's ready to rent.
Whoa!
Chilly. Real snow.
Wow.
Big Snow keeps it cold year-round, with real snow for skiing, snowboarding, and tubing.
Actually 28 degrees in here. You can see my breath, and I think that's even colder than it is outside today. So bring gloves and bring good shoes and socks because you're gonna need it. You know we're still going shopping after this, right?
Of course, because you're still inside one of the biggest entertainment complexes in the country. There's a water park, a theme park, a skating rink, arcades, crazy milkshakes, and a giant observation wheel with sweeping views of the New York and New Jersey skylines.
This mall is so big, if you get tired of walking, rent a unicorn.
Whether you're planning a winter day trip or just want to play in the snow without driving to the mountains, indoor tubing at American Dream makes winter fun easy.
Beep beep.
For Newsday TV, I'm Carissa Kelman.
I need that unicorn. Birthday in June. I need that unicorn. You can find more places to go tubing and some other fun stuff on Newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. See more on all these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see there. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
Catch the latest from Newsday in high school sports.
And be part of the action when I take your questions. Email me, text me, hit me up on X, Instagram, make a phone call. We're going to have a great time all season long.
Sarah sounds off.